Today on AG Etcetera, meet Kent Winter, a South Central Kansas farmer. Kent talks about new technology that was presented at High Plains Journal's Wheat and Sorghum U that will help with pest control for his crops. Then Kyle Bauer talks with Mark Swanson with PrairieLand Partners about new technology and planters that allows farmers to go faster, planting more rows, increasing efficiency. At Cattle U, beef extension veterinarian Dr. AG Tarpoff talks about parasite control in cattle. He talks about what we have to control parasites in the time of the year that control works best. Farmers are turning to automation and robotics to keep up with the growing world population. See some of the technology being employed to help make this happen. We wrap up with Hayden Gutterman with Kansas Corn's second class of Corn Corps. He talks about the program and how it's helped him connect with other young farmers around the state. It's all coming up right now on AG Etcetera.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.
Welcome to the Western Kansas Wildlife Travel Center, right here in my hometown of Oakley, Kansas. We're the front door of Western Kansas, located on three main highways, I-70, US 83, and US 40. And all those roads lead to history, beautiful scenery, and adventure, no matter which direction you go. We now have an IHOP. That brand that you've trusted up and down the road in all your travels is staffed with local folks, real people, just like you and me, and we're waiting on you to join us. So for fun, adventure, fuel up, fuel your body, and let's have some fun.
Kansas Farm Bureau has served farm families in rural Kansas for more than 100 years. We're pleased to offer new health care coverage choices for Kansans in 2020 through Kansas Farm Bureau Health Plans. No matter what stage of life you're in, we'll have options that fit your lifestyle. Plus, our network of providers is one of the largest available throughout the state of Kansas and beyond. For more information, including the different plans available, or to get a quote, visit kfbhealthplans.com.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
Yes, I'm Kent Winter, and I am primarily a dryland farmer in northwest Sedgwick County. I raise 5 crops. Half my acres are usually in wheat, and the other half being in grain sorghum, corn, soybeans, and alfalfa. And I'm just thrilled to be here as part of this event today. Almost any sorghum farmer in the state is also growing wheat, and so the two go together hand in hand. Like Forrest Gump said, they go together like peas and carrots. So there's a lot of information here today, a lot of presentations, a lot of stuff to pick up. I'm excited, looking forward in the future. I am becoming aware of some of the new technology that's available for insect control. The last several years, I've had to spray for headworm in my grain sorghum. And I've been made aware that there is a new biological product that can be used to spray for the headworms. It is basically a virus that goes on, and the worms eventually die, and as they decay, that virus is re-released out into the field to take care of the future generations of worms before they hatch. But the better part of this is any sorghum grower is also aware of the sugarcane aphid situation. And the neat part of this is this treatment does not affect the beneficial insects that we depend on to help control the sugarcane aphid. To go along with that, a lot of growers, myself included, are also now planting varieties of grain sorghum that have tolerance to the sugarcane aphid. And so we're not seeing near the pressure so far this season that we've seen in previous years. Of course, similar things are happening in the states to the south of us, Oklahoma and Texas. Those producers are also planting similar hybrids, and they're doing a good job of staying on top of treatment if they have to. So far so good this season on that. When I think back of some of the things that I've used here the last several years to enhance the profitability of my operation. One of the first things that comes to mind is I've incorporated grid sampling into my operation to test the nutrient levels of the soil. And I've been doing this now somewhere along the line 5-6 years. It's time to start over again on the first fields that I've done this. But what I've found is there's a lot of variability in my fields. I expected this in my sand. I did not expect this kind of variability that we're seeing in my silt loam soils. And what we're finding is that where the yields have been high, we tend to see lower phosphorus levels in those areas. And with the grid sampling technology, the fertilizer truck can come in, and with 2 or 3 different bins of fertilizer on that truck, we can concentrate higher rates of fertilizer on those parts of the field that have a lower test. We can also lower the fertilizer rate that goes on those parts of the field that have a high test. So in the long run, the bottom line is I'm actually spending less money on fertilizer than I was in the past. And I'm also targeting the areas in the field that need it the worst. We're being much more efficient with our fertilizer dollar.
Sure Crop Fertilizers was started by my father, Don Sherman, and my mother, Shirley Sherman. Family business that started in the 80s. We predominantly focus on plant nutrients and what we can do to give growers better responses with the fertilizer dollars that they do, and what we can do to make those things work better for the grower. We're based out of Seneca, Kansas. We work with growers in their soil analysis to figure out what they need, and then we can put those in a blend that gives them the best results, and so that we can deliver that direct to their farm so that they have those nutrients where they need them, when they need them, and so that they can apply them in a manner that's very efficient to them and works well in their planting systems and what they're doing. Sure Crop Fertilizers has been around for a long time. We always say we're big enough to take care of everything you need, but yet we're small enough to do it quickly. You can get a hold of us at 1-800-635-4743. Our website is surecropfertilizers.com, and you can always email me at Corey@surecropfertilizers.com, and with any questions you have, and we're glad to answer it and work with you.
Kansas Farm Bureau has served farm families and rural Kansas for more than 100 years, and we're pleased to offer new healthcare coverage choices for Kansans in 2020 through Kansas Farm Bureau health plans. No matter what stage of life you're in, we'll have options that fit your lifestyle. Plus, our network of providers is one of the largest available throughout the state of Kansas and beyond. For more information, including the different plans available, or to get a quote, visit kfbhealthplans.com.
What if sustainability were synonymous with U.S. soy? If energy efficiency, water quality, and soil health help define U.S. soy's value, that future is here, the time is now. To meet end-user demands, the Soybean Checkoff is committing to sustainability that's achievable, worthwhile, and enduring. A message from the Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or for more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer. I get a chance to visit with Mark Swanson. He's with PrairieLand Partners, Regional Director. You know, they have done an amazing feat this spring, planted almost 1,300 acres over a huge geography, side by side with different planters or different farmers in the same field, bringing out the new technology of their planter. Talk about that just a bit.
So we had a couple 16-row ExactEmerge demo planters that we put throughout our territory. We had a couple operators that took these planters literally across all 15 locations and planted side by side in 7 locations with customers, so we could compare the ExactEmerge planter and its capabilities and what happens at the end of the year versus a conventional planter. What we found is that we were able to plant at a much higher rate of speed, which allowed us to be more productive, to the tune of, if we gain 3 miles an hour, we're planting 15 acres an hour more than the guy next to us. We have the ability to plant up to 10 mile an hour, which I believe is about twice as fast as you should plant with a conventional planter. So in a lot of ways, I felt like we had 2 planters in the field and 1 operator because we were able to cover that many more acres in a day. In 5 mile an hour, 16 row planter, that allows you to plant 200 acres a day more than a conventional planter just by the speed that you gain. The advantage of the ExactEmerge is that it still delivers better than you're used to accuracy, depth of placement, and spacing of the seed. We truly can produce that, what I call the picket fence of corn plants, to where they're, if you want them 7 1/4 inches apart, they are 7 1/4, 7 1/4, 7 1/4. What we found over those 1,315 acres, that 97.7% of the time we were at that exact measurement. So only a very small period of time did we miss that window. And so the productivity, the yield, behind the planter. Now, we have only harvested 1 of the 7 plots that we did, but it was in south of Winfield, I apologize, down on the Oklahoma line. And the ExactEmerge planter was in the field with the customer, planted the exact same day, same seed, same fertilizer prescription, and we were 17.7 bushel to the acre better behind the ExactEmerge than we were behind the conventional planter.
You know, it takes a lot of different things, though, to make a planter perform like that at that high level of speed. And so there's a lot of little things that had to happen.
Yeah, it's, you know, the brush metering system is what allows us to have the spacing accurate, but the independent hydraulic downforce on each row that keeps the row unit in contact with the dirt and not bouncing or varying the population is amazing. So that independent hydraulic downforce has the ability, it reads 4 times a second on the pressure on the row. It has the ability to respond basically instantly with 100 pounds of pressure per second. So if I am putting 100 pounds of down pressure down and I hit the grain cart track or the spray track and that row has to have more, it can respond in such a fraction of time compared to the old active pneumatic downforce, which was better than the spring downforce that we had. But the pneumatic, it responded 45 feet down the way, as to where the hydraulic can literally respond in the sprayer track or in the grain cart track and put the seed in the ground. One of the plots that we did was irrigated, and there literally were 2 seeds in the irrigation track. I realize they're going to get run over, but it's a perfect example of how it can respond, put that seed into the ground, cover it so it has the ability to grow and produce grain.
Higher speeds and better productivity. It's an amazing set of technology. This is Mark Swanson. He's regional manager for PrairieLand Partners. This is Kyle Bauer reporting.
Imagine turning soybean oil, used cooking oils, and waste animal fats into fuel so amazing it drives U.S. jobs and our economy forward. Learn more about biodiesel at americasadvancedbiofuel.com.
Do you need to replace a bed in your home? Now is the time. The Mattress Fundraiser is a way for you to save money on a new bed while supporting local school programs. What is a Mattress Fundraiser? A one-day event hosted by a school near you where you'll walk into a showroom just like you'd find in a retail store, only it's in a school. With over 20 beds on display for you to try in a relaxed, friendly, and no-pressure setting, you're sure to find the right bed for you. And once you do, we'll order it in whatever size you want, including custom sizes. We offer name brands like Simmons Beauty Rest. Your new bed will be manufactured to order, brand new, and have a non-prorated factory warranty. Take your new mattress to the next level with our premium pillows, sheets, mattress protectors, and bed frames. For the ultimate sleep experience, we offer adjustable power bases to give you the best the bedding industry has to offer at great savings compared to retail stores. Every purchase benefits your local high school programs. Our unique business model with minimal overhead allows us to offer low prices and raise great sums of money for the groups we work with. We accept all forms of payment, even layaway. Delivery options are available. Sleep better, knowing you made a difference.
Shop for your next mattress Saturday, October 19th. Save money and support the Topeka High School Band.
You don't have to be a farmer or rancher to become a Kansas Farm Bureau member. Anyone can join. As a member, you'll get discounts on things like hotels and entertainment, health and wellness services, cell phone plans, and more. You'll also strengthen the lives of your fellow Kansans and help build strong, prosperous communities through agriculture advocacy and education. Join us today. Visit kfb.org/join to learn more.
This segment brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
I'm Dr. AG Tarpoff. I'm a beef extension veterinarian for Kansas State University, based out of the Animal Science Department. And today I'm here at Cattle U in Dodge City, Kansas. And I was actually here talking with producers about external parasite control. So in the external parasite control that I covered was kind of multiple aspects. We covered flies and the issues that we run into with flies in both pasture cattle and feedlot settings. Also discussed some ticks. Ticks have become more and more of an issue within Kansas and abroad. And we also covered a little bit about lice control. So a few highlights of what was discussed today. Fly control, okay, horn flies, the flies that live on the backsides of cattle out in pasture. They can cause $1 billion worth of losses, economic losses to our overall beef industry every year. Okay, so is that a big deal? Yes. How can we control that, and what do we have access to help control and combat some of these issues? And it really comes down to our multimodal insecticide use and overall control. Okay, horn flies, they actually lay eggs in actually manure. Okay, so we have some feed-through products that are available. We also have products that we can put on cattle themselves to help control these flies. These would be insecticide impregnated ear tags. We have some sprays. We have dusters, oilers, pour-on type products. And all of these are very useful in an integrated system. So I really recommend working with your local veterinarian to help to try to create a multimodal, true program to help control horn flies during the grazing season. The other parasites that were covered were stable flies. Okay, stable flies are the little flies that bite on cattle legs. Okay, a very, very painful bite. It only takes a few flies per leg per animal to actually cause an economic impact. We see more of a stable fly issue in confinement type operations because they thrive and lay their eggs in environments with decaying organic matter. This could be leftover feed, this could be leftover hay or from a bedding site, things of that nature. Anywhere that we have undisturbed organic matter, things like weeds in a fence line. Okay, if we have tall decaying weeds, that's a perfect environment for these stable flies to actually thrive in. Okay, so controlling the environment, making sure that we clean up, okay, any spilled feed, where we actually feed cows during the winter months. If we're using bale rings, if we are rolling hay out during the winter, making sure that we disturb that residue before the next grazing season is really important when it comes to controlling stable flies. Okay, ticks. Okay, ticks are becoming more and more of an issue, right? There's a few ticks of note that we're seeing more of a prevalence of, or not necessarily a prevalence, but more of an issue with. The first one being the American dog tick. Okay, the dog tick is actually a biologic vector for anaplasmosis. The other tick of concern is the Gulf Coast tick. These are ones that we see attached to the ears of cattle that we'll see them almost curl over, be heavily infested with ticks, and can cause some anemia or blood loss in some of our young calves. Okay, so control, yes, we have usage of some of our ear tags that were actually developed for tick control, but we also have some sprays and pour-ons, things of that nature, but we do need direct contact against these ticks to help control them. The environment itself is pretty critical when it comes to tick control. The eastern red cedar tree. I know a lot of ranchers really battle with the eastern red cedar, but one more reason not to like that cedar invasiveness is that they actually form a perfect microclimate for ticks to thrive in. Okay, so one more reason to help control some of our eastern red cedar to combat some of our tick issues. The last parasite of concern that we discussed today were lice. Okay, of course, it's lice are more of a winter type issue. Okay, we have multiple species of lice that actually affect our cattle herds, but we see the same effects. Okay, we see they get scratchy, they rub up against fence, they rub their hair off. That is an economic impact not only for the cattle not producing, but also for the environment, our facilities, our fences, things of that nature. So we really want to make sure that we have a plan in place to control lice. Now, the two different species of lice, one are biting lice, other are sucking lice, which the importance of that is one sucks blood and actually is a blood feeder. The other one actually just bites the skin and feeds off of the hair follicles. Okay, so lice control, how can we treat them? We have, again, a lot of different types of products, but I think proper application of these products is critical to control lice. If you're using a pour-on to treat for lice, make sure that we actually get that product from the pole of the animal, right behind the head, all the way down to the tail head. Okay, so read the label, work with your veterinarian, make sure that we're getting proper application with these animals to make sure that we're controlling the lice appropriately.
Kansas Farm Bureau has served farm families and rural Kansas for more than 100 years, and we're pleased to offer new healthcare coverage choices for Kansans in 2020 through Kansas Farm Bureau health plans. No matter what stage of life you're in, we'll have options that fit your lifestyle. Plus, our network of providers is one of the largest available throughout the state of Kansas and beyond. For more information, including the different plans available, or to get a quote, visit kfbhealthplans.com.
Kim Mannering with Hardy Insurance. Today we will talk about employee safety and work comp coverage. On your farm, do you ask your friends to come help? Are they considered employees or neighbors helping neighbors? Did you know that you can be held responsible just as if it's a work comp accident? Give me a call, we can discuss. 316-945-6733.
Kansas Corn reminds you that E15 fuel is the right choice for every kind of driver. For the car enthusiast, E15 has higher octane. For the thrifty driver, E15 is priced lower than regular unleaded. For the nature lover, E15 provides cleaner air. For the shopper who buys local, E15 has more ethanol from our Kansas corn farms. Choose E15 for a higher octane, lower price, cleaner American fuel. Message from the Kansas Corn Commission. Learn more at kscorn.com.
This segment brought to you by Santa Fe Trail Meats in Overbrook. Let us help feed your family.
By 2050, we're going to have over 9 billion people on this planet. And to feed that many people, we have to do twice as much food as what we're doing now. And so we have some things to really focus on, things to, from a multi-vector, try to get better at is, we're doing different things with plants, with yield, precision ag, but one thing we're also working on is automation. So the robots would go out and scout the farmer's field for him, and so they would look for pests, they would look for disease, weeds, things like that, and this would give the farmer a much more detailed view of the field, and so the farmer, the producer, can go out and spray one certain spot of his field and not waste the chemical. So scout robots will be a real help to the producer to be able to send those out and having updates sent to his computer or his phone and on what's really going on with his field. And another class is behind me is our crop class. So these will actually do crop work. So they'll plant, harvest, spray. We're looking at high sloped hills where tractors can't go. And so these robots will be able to go out and plant on high sloped hills. And so therefore we're creating new arable land to try to get more yield, more crops, more food. Another class is the UAVs. Dr. Sharda, who is working with UAVs for remote sensing. And so doing a lot of the same thing as the scouting, but actually from the top of the canopy. And so looking down and trying to get a better idea of what's going on in the field. And so all these robots are being used together to really help and assist the producer to make more food and to do it sustainably.
Ag Promo Source is a unique group of marketing specialists with one mission: help your ag business grow. Each affiliate has their own area of expertise, and they work together to bring you advice, products, and services. To get started, visit agpromosource.com. Ag Promo Source. Together we grow.
Kim Mannering with Hardy Insurance. Today we will talk about employee safety and work comp coverage. On your farm, do you ask your friends to come help? Are they considered employees or neighbors helping neighbors? Did you know that you can be held responsible just as if it's a work comp accident? Give me a call, we can discuss. 316-945-6733.
Imagine turning soybean oil, used cooking oils, and waste animal fats into fuel so amazing it drives U.S. jobs and our economy forward. Learn more about biodiesel at americasadvancedbiofuel.com.
Clyde Sutton, Ness City, Kansas. Lived on this place all my life. About a year and a half ago, got to where I couldn't saddle a horse. The pain was terrible. Read about stem cell. First it wasn't for me, then they started doing neck and back. Went and had it done. As you can see, I saddled a horse. I'm still building fence. Love to shoot a shotgun rifle, and I'm able to participate, not like I used to, but nevertheless I can do the things I used to do, and life is good.
This segment brought to you by Sure Crop. Liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
So I was in Class 2 of the Kansas Corn Corps, Kansas Corn's Young Farmer program. The Corn Corps is basically trying to get more younger people get involved in the Kansas Corn Growers Association. It's a 2-year program, and it does not involve a lot of time, so it involves pretty much around your schedule. And a lot of the time you do meet is during the off time, during the winter. You also do a summer trip late in the summer, right before harvest. What I got out of it the most was connecting with other young Kansas farmers that I've never met before. I went to college and I met a lot of people there, but in this program I didn't. I met different people than I went to school with at college. So that was something very fun. Also, just what they offer you through the speakers and other benefits to help you bring back home to your farming operation to improve your practices there. I think the one thing that I've gained the most out of this opportunity in the Corn Corps is the other opportunities that it brings to me through the Corn Growers Association. The biggest opportunity I got was with the Soil Health Partnership brought to our farm. It's an on-farm research project based on researching soil health and how those practices can be both economically and environmentally benefit for farmers.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. Watch Ag AM in Kansas online at agamInKansas.com.